I realize, or rather, I know that the good work of the world is accomplished accomplished principally by people who dedicate themselves unstintingly to the big distant goal. Weeks, months, year pass, but the good workman knows that he is gaining or he is gambling on an ultimate achievement which cannot be measured in time spent. Responsible men and women, my friend, they keep or leap to the challenge of job that requires enormous dedication and years to fulfill, and are happiest when they are so involved. This means that men and women who hope to make a real contribution to life must re-educate themselves periodically. I'm a trained soldier, but I don't know how it happened that I became an author. I started sketching thing. I became a artist. I started writing in a blog, and I became a blogger. I started giving this live talks on Facebook. I became a video blogger. I started picked up so many games. Now, for the point is, at every stage after retirement, I got fully involved as a social worker, a motivator. Now, every stage of life, you have to, I feel, re-educate yourself, and that is what is called that you should never stop learning till the time you breathe. In my country, the average man, let's leave out doctors and highly specialized scientists, can expect to work in three radically different fields before he or she retires. The lawyer is dragged into the business reorganization and winds up a college president. I know. The engineer uses his slide rule for a while, then find himself a sales expert and ends up in the labor relations. The school teacher becomes a principal. Later on, heads the town's automobile agency. I know them. Such diverse job fields people excel in one lifetime. I have been the typical Indian in that. I've had widely scattered jobs. Firstly, as a soldier, trained soldier, then as a teacher, motivator, speaker, a traveler, writer, social worker, so many. No college education, my friend, could gave me the specific preparation for any of these jobs or the hats I don. But mine did inspire me with the urge to re-educate myself constantly at every stage of life. My friend, life does not consist of taking courses in small segments. A productive life consists of finding huge tasks and mastering them with whatever tools of intelligence and energy we have. You're going to turn you loose on some huge task one should, the life tells you every time. Let's see what you can do with a whole lot of opportunities floating all around you, my friend. Accordingly, we all are excused or expected to re-educate ourselves and do leave our contribution in this beautiful world. While in academy, I remember we had a hobby club. Besides the soldiering training, they used to had a list of hobbies, and we used to be all cadets were asked pick up the best fields or the hobby which interests you. I chose riding. I chose art club, sketching, and of course, reading historical novels, writing, closer to writing. And I was told by my faculty then go to the library, learn what you can about your hobbies you have chosen on your own. And let me tell you, It's a beginning of a new uh, experiences life which are later waiting for me. They determine whether how I'm going to re-educate myself tomorrow in different fields. And my friend, what followed was an experience in intellectual grandeur. By the end of the academy in training, the examiners, you see there were the exhibitions of each hobby clubs, and there it comes very clear, and was told that you have the beginnings of a real education now. And I think they were right. It was only the beginnings that made me an author of 11 books. It was only a beginning that made me to read so many books and become a motivator and a speaker. Had my education of soldierly training has ended then, I would have proved a useless citizen, I'm sure, because you can't be a soldier all your life. But what I did learn was how to learn, how to organize, how to educate, and then first and certainly how to re educate myself at every stage of life. My friend, from my own experiences and observations, I realize today that it is not so much the education that counts, it is the self re education that counts. The discipline that keeps a man driving towards hand and distant goals, the human values he believes in. My friend, specialization is not enough. What the world needs for the big jobs today, historically, culturally, morally, are well-rounded human being. Gone are the days when we say the jack of all, master of none, and jack of all trades. You need a man today, I suppose, who is the jack of all trades. I remember reading Umar Khayyam, and I quote, Umar Khayyam, I have learned nothing from life, wrote Umar Khayyam in his Rubiyats, except my own amazement at it. It would be something if we, in our age of miracles, were to lose our sense of the miraculous. It is surprise and curiosity and love which regulates the mind. My friend, don't run away from adventure of mind which you find hard to understand. Keep on. Keep your mind open for the things practical. People say it won't work. Perhaps we have uh, more senses than we even think of. For thousands of years, you know that the electricity was around us, and we could not use it because we did not unveil the mind's faculties. But when it was invented, see how today life is impossible without electricity. Can we be sure that on powers of the mind which we understand as little but could as well if we know how, my dear friend, I just ask you all, never say die, never stop learning. You have no idea what potential you have and what is the potential of your mind within you. Tremendous. Thank you very much.